Hey, Rosebuds. Welcome back to Smell the Roses. If you don't know, my name is Raquel Rose, and you have just stepped into the garden. And if you like it here and you are nice to my friends and family, then we will accept you in as a rosebud and you can be a part of the family. Okay? Anyway, happy Wednesday. We've made it over the hump. We are going into the end of the week and brighter days because the weekend is quickly approaching. But unfortunately, we have to talk about this hot mess, skanky woman Dr. Keiva Lark. She is a former assistant principal at a Florida middle school facing multiple charges after she ordered a student to touch her inappropriately. And in this situation, I know in the last situation, we were talking about full on sexual relations from the Catholic school counselor out in Ohio and the 17-year-old student. This time, the assistant principal is 53 and the student in question is 13. And it wasn't full on sexual relations, but it seemed to be heading there. And I'm saying that because of what you all will soon hear. Okay. But basically, the lady that you see in the thumbnail is Dr. Keiva Lark. She is 53 and she has well, she was put on administrative leave, but she was since fired by the school, and she faces counts of lewd and lascivious conduct and lewd offense against a student by an authority figure, according to a probable cause affidavit obtained by People magazine. So, all of the things that we discuss in this video today will be linked down in the description. If you all would like to go and do your own reading and research, you all can start with the references I leave you in the description box. Please check them out. Okay. I'm going to let this video play and then we're going to talk about Miss or doctor, right? Because she's a PhD, right? Like Kevin Samuels used to say. I wish I had that drop. I'm a PhD. I'm a PhD. I'm a PhD. And I have little kids rub my feet. Girl, Misandry, you, doctor, must have studied misandry because taking advantage of a little boy who is 13 while you are an authority figure at his school is a very, very, very gross act on your behalf. I mean, talking about abuse of authority. Okay.
New tonight, a disturbing story. A now former assistant principal facing charges for inappropriate behavior with a student. Dr. Keiva Lark worked at Lake Marion Creek Middle School. The Polk County Sheriff's Office says she told a 13-year-old to be sent to her office to rub her feet. They say he did what he was told, and Dr. Lark allegedly scolded him, telling him to rub her feet like he loved her. That student also telling investigators Lark called him sexy chocolate on one occasion. Tonight, she's charged with lewd and lascivious conduct and lewd offense against a student by an authority figure.
So
They should never be allowed
that
anywhere.
was that on Dr. Clark. Trifling, just trifling as she want to be. Y'all heard that, right? This woman was basically passing him in the school halls after he allegedly, or maybe before he had massaged her feet, calling him sexy chocolate. So where do you think that was leading? What does that behavior tell you? Does it tell you that she was going to one day take him to the fair, bring him over to her house to bake cookies? Or bring him to the couch on her office and get her back cracked. Because I think that's what she was looking for from a 13-year-old student who she had rubbing her feet very inappropriately at school. And let me say something. Just let me say something. If I'm working at a school and I hear or see or a student comes and tells me, because I'm cool, like children love me. I don't know if it's because of my size and I just have a very youthful uh presence that children gravitate towards me and they just want to tell me everything and they just want to just be up under me. If any student would approach me and say, "Oh, Miss Raquel, Miss Rose, Principal Lark is making me touch her feet every day and she's calling me sexual chocolate or sexy chocolate," I would confront that person. I would be like, Dr. Lark, let me email Dr. Lark. Good morning, Dr. Lark. Can we meet for lunch to have a discussion? Because I have a few concerns. And at that lunch, I would ask her, say, "What, like, what's up?" So, like, I hear from the students that you're calling them sexy chocolate and that you're making them rub their feet. And do you know that her justification of doing this was, one, she was trying to humble the student. He got in trouble for throwing something in class, and so she was trying to give him something to do with his hands, something that she felt would humble him. My question to you, Dr. Clark or Lark, right? Dr. Lark. My question to you, Dr. Lark, is what was the comment in the hallway? What was the comment sexy chocolate for? Was that also to humble him? Or was that a way for you to groom him for the next inappropriate thing that you have on the menu? I would just like to know. This is like woefully inappropriate. If my back hurts and I'm hurting, I might ask my son to bring me an ice pack, or, "Son, can you bring me my heating pad? I love a heating pad." Okay? And that's the extent of it. I have had a restaurant and I have a child and we have a dog. The first thing that pops into my mind when I'm trying to humble my son is to get him to wash the dishes, take out the trash, vacuum, dust. These are chores that he can do when I eh, during the time that he could be playing his iPad or watching his iPad or playing his PlayStation 5 or 6 or whatever. That's humbling him. You're not in class because you were throwing trash. So now, young man, I'm going to have your little butt walk around this school and pick up all the trash. Or go find the janitor and see how you can help the janitor today. Or have his little butt walk out to the school buses with me later in the afternoon and collect all of the trash off of the school buses. There are so many other forms of punishment she could have used to humble the young man. Instead, she chose a very inappropriate way to do so, and it was through demeaning behavior, which involved making her feel good not only mentally, but also physically. That's gross. That's gross. Dr. Lark, you are so inappropriate. I am so interested in hearing what your background is what you studied in your PhD program. I wonder if it has to do with children since you are an assistant principal. So then you should freaking know better than to have some 13-year-old massaging your feet, telling him that you're teaching him what foreplay is, because if you do the reading, you will see that that is what she said to him, and that is what another student heard her say. Teachers, if you hear about this stuff, you should say something. Don't let these weirdos get away with this bad behavior. Hold them accountable. Even if you have to, call on a hotline anonymously, don't let these children get hurt. Don't let them. And just because it's a little boy doesn't mean that it's not as gross as it is when it's a little girl. I'm sick of that too. These little boys need just as much as protection as the little girls do. So we should look at it just as gross and disgusting when a woman does it as when a man does it. I just, it incenses me that she has a PhD and this is what she does. And she clearly knows that she's wrong. She clearly knows that that was wrong. Okay. But you all tell me what you think in the comments. Do you all think that this behavior from these women is on the rise, or do you think it's always been like this? And but now the children feel more empowered to speak up for themselves and tell when these women do this kind of gross ass behavior, because it's gross. Rubbing your teacher's stinky feet or your principal's stinky feet, having your assistant principal flirt with you in the hallway when she looks as old as your grandmother, I'm sure is embarrassing and doesn't feel good. Usually boys are flattered when the teacher is hot and is, younger looking and but even then it's wrong and it's not appropriate just because they want the attention. So, lady, as a PhD, you knew better. So, I will be following up on you to see what you plead, how you plead, what's going to happen, what's your accountability going to be. I will be following up on you. So, y'all let me know what y'all think in the chat. Is this on an uprise? Do you think it's always been like this? I know a lot of my followers are men. Were there teachers that, you know, came on to y'all when y'all were in middle school, in high school? I would like to know that too. The research says that 1 in 6 men have been sexually abused. And they say that number is only 1 in 6 is low because men won't even say that this has happened to them. We won't even talk about the video I did on Kendra G and what was his name? Daniel, Papa Don. We won't talk about that. What do y'all think, rosebuds? Let me know in the chat. If you made it this far, drop me a rosebud in the comments. I'm thinking about doing a live Friday, so check in to see what the topic will be, and I will see you all then. Until then, stay safe, be nice to each other in person and online, y'all. Be nice online, okay? And don't worry about explaining to anyone that I'm FBA, y'all. Let's get off of doing that. Instead of alerting other people that I'm FBA, alert me in the chats. Alert me that I am about to associate with people that are of lame character. I'll just say that. But I love y'all, rosebuds. Y'all have a great rest of the night, and I'll see y'all on Friday, okay? Bye bye.